Carthage, guardian of the ancient world and legacy of the free Phoenicians. Founded by Phoenician settlers from Tyre around 814 BC, Carthage was more than just a colony, it was a bastion of ancient knowledge and culture, a vital connection to the Old World. The Phoenicians, once part of the Assyrian Empire before its fall in 609 BC, carried forward their sophisticated traditions, trade networks, and spiritual heritage into their new home on the North African coast. As descendants of this ancient civilization, the Carthaginians were not merely settlers but guardians of a legacy that stretched back centuries, preserving the knowledge and traditions of the Assyrians even as the eastern Mediterranean underwent significant change. Carthage's founding represented the spirit of free Phoenicians, separated from the empires rising in the east, particularly the expanding Persian Empire. While their eastern counterparts became aligned with Persian interests, supporting ventures like Sparta's wars against Athens, the Carthaginian Phoenicians maintained their independence and forged a unique identity in the western Mediterranean. This independence was key to their identity and survival, allowing them to stand apart from the influence of both Persia and Babylon. Strategically positioned on the coast, Carthage thrived, protected by colossal defensive walls that mirrored the sophisticated knowledge inherited from their Assyrian roots. They built a powerful navy, mastering the seas, and developed a formidable economy, symbolized by the minting of their own coins around 400 BC. These coins, bearing sacred symbols and images of their gods, were not just a means of trade but a bold assertion of their autonomy and independence fiercely defended against the rising powers of the Mediterranean. Despite later portrayals of rivalry, Carthage and Greece shared profound connections rooted in their ancient origins. Both civilizations were powerful seafaring nations with extensive trade networks and a shared commitment to preserving pre-imperial knowledge. While competition in Sicily occasionally brought them into conflict, particularly with Syracuse, Carthage and Greece were more aligned than Roman narratives suggest. They were united in their struggle against the growing power of Rome, both determined to resist the subjugation of their rich cultures by an emerging superpower. The shared spiritual and cultural roots between Carthage and Greece went deeper than mere trade and politics. Carthage's religion, centered around Baal-Hamon, reflected its ancient connection to nature and the rhythms of life, contrary to the later Roman demonization of their practices. Both Carthage and Greece were inheritors of ancient knowledge, preserving traditions that dated back to the Old World and resisting Rome's attempts to rewrite or erase their heritage. As Rome's ambitions grew, Sicily became a critical flashpoint. The island's rich resources and strategic location made it the battleground between Carthaginian and Greek city-states influenced by Persian-backed interests. For centuries, Carthage and the Greek states engaged in intermittent conflicts over the island. These struggles were not only for influence but for survival against the rising external pressures of Persia and Rome. Despite these clashes, an unspoken alliance existed between Carthage and free Greek states as they resisted domination by foreign empires, Persia in the east and Rome to the west. The rise of the Roman Republic, however, shifted the balance of power in the region. In 264 BC, when Rome intervened in local disputes in Sicily, it set the stage for the First Punic War, the first of three epic conflicts between Carthage and Rome. These wars were more than just military struggles, they were a fight for the survival of the ancient world. Carthage, like Greece, represented the last great holdouts of a bygone era, standing firm against Rome's relentless expansion. The Punic Wars marked a century-long struggle between the Old World and the New. Carthage's resilience and determination in the face of Roman aggression stood as a testament to its role as a guardian of the ancient world, a civilization deeply connected to the wisdom and traditions of the past. Despite eventual defeat, Carthage's legacy, like that of Greece, endures as a powerful reminder of the rich cultural and spiritual heritage that Rome sought but ultimately failed to completely erase. In their final stand, Carthage and Greece were more than just rivals with occasional conflicts, they were united by their common enemy, Rome, and their shared connection to the ancient past. Their resistance was a fight not only for territory but for the preservation of the traditions, knowledge, and spirit of the Old World. Carthage, the legacy of the free Phoenicians, stood as one of the last defenders of that ancient heritage, a role it embraced until its final fall.